I took a trip to Europe with Dan and Richard, so I've used it all up for the first half of the year.
So you don't get a lot, is what you're getting at, or you just went on a super long trip.
Well, yeah, it was over Memorial Day, so I took 6 days off in total, 4 of the week of Memorial Day and 2 the next week. I wasn't even doing anything the 2 of the next week. I just needed to recover from jet lag.
Oh, so you only get 6 days a year?
No, so on top of that, I had already used PTO for my sister's wedding. I think I took a day off for my other sister's graduation, and I think I took one other day off for something else. I get 16 days a year total, so.
Very good.
Podcast, me and someone else?
I guess I'm the only someone else this time.
Yeah, it's just Chandler. This is
Just me.
Chandler. We need to dive deep into his life.
I mean, if you want me to deep dive, I can talk about the Europe trip. I can talk about plenty.
Oh, we got plenty of that. Okay, well, let's start with the Europe trip, because I think people want to know how many places you went to, how many places, how many hostels you had to cozy up in.
Okay, so
how many train trips? Yep, go ahead.
I'm surprised how all right, basically I'm willing and able to just sleep in hostels the whole time. But Dan and Richard were both like, can we not sleep in a bunch of rooms with a bunch of other people the whole time? So we were able to snag private rooms in every place we stayed for pretty cheap. So like imagine like absolute like baseline level cheap for like a Europe trip for 3 20-something-year-olds. Imagine that, like one step above that is where we were. So it was all like budget hotels, but at least we had private rooms.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus, like hotels are not as expensive. So we went to London first, then to Paris. But then we went through Germany and we stayed in Austria. Places were much cheaper. Like in Stuttgart, Germany, we were like at like just a full-on Hampton Inn, and it was like, I think it was one of the cheapest places we stayed.
Okay. So yeah.
Right? What were you saying?
No, nothing. So go ahead. So where did you visit?
So all right, we flew to London first. That whole journey was oh boy. Sorry, that's the alarm telling me that I'm supposed to get on the podcast, because I would forget otherwise. Anyway, so flew to London, stopped by in Iceland. The Icelandic airport is bizarre. They had like statues of this some sort of like folklore creature that was like kind of like Bigfoot, but more, I don't know, goblin-y. I don't really know how to describe it. Anyway, make it into London. Absolutely jet lagged. Didn't get to sleep at all on the flight over. And just have to start the day there. We 2 days in London, train down to Paris, took the Eurostar or whatever it's called. Paris for 2 days. Then we went to Stuttgart, Germany. by the way, the whole time, most of what we're seeing is museums. I mean, there's just 10 billion different things that you could see at each place. I wish we could have stopped by the Louvre, but there was just no way that we were going to have time to do that. Anyway, Stuttgart, Germany. Then the next day we took a very brief stop in Ulm. You know, Ulm has like that really big cathedral that's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. Yep.
It's the Ulmer Münster or something like that. Then went to a very small town in Austria called Langenlois, because Dan, I don't know how this worked out as well as it did. Dan, has a brass band that he really likes. They're from Austria, or most of them are anyway. I forget the name of them. Das something. And they were playing a show in this tiny town, like, right as we were going and visiting. They never tour in America, so he was like, well, we gotta do that. So we stopped by there, stayed in a little guest house. It was actually, like, really nice. The concert was great. Just a phenomenal brass band. I'll get the name from Dan, and you can send that out to your dear listeners if they are so inclined to look them up.
That's fun.
Then we went to Vienna and then flew back from there. Nice, like, 10-hour flight nonstop flight from Paris, back to Atlanta. But I made it back, like, on the same day. Like, I was able to get to bed on Sunday night, so I had a full 2 days to recover from the jet lag.
You weren't able to sleep on the plane. Well, no, if you had a 10 a.m. flight, then yeah, you wouldn't. That wouldn't apply, I guess.
I tried to. Sleeping kind of happened on all the flights. It was like, you know, that kind of like, you never really fully fall asleep, but you like put in some sort of podcast in your earbuds and then you're just kind of floating in and out of it, and like you just kind of snap out of it like an hour later and you have no idea what they're talking about anymore.
Most people listening to this podcast use it for falling asleep like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. That's most of what's happened since, well, my sister got married. That's another thing. Not really anything remarkable to say about that. She just got married.
Did you make a big speech at the wedding, Chandler?
Actually, no, this is funny. I hyped it up a little bit for a while. I was like, oh, I'm going to make like such a good speech. I've already got it prepared. So I walk up, everyone's made like these really big emotional speeches. Everyone in the room's like already crying. I walk up and I grab the mic and I like put my hand on my sister's shoulder and I just look at Albert, who is, now her husband. And I just look at him and I look back at my sister and go, could have done worse. And then I put up the microphone and I walk back. I think it was necessary, to relieve it was comic relief and everyone loved it. So I'm happy with it.
As long as it went over well.
Oh, it did. Everyone. my sister like came up to me and like punched me in the shoulder afterwards. She was like, "You are the worst," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But afterwards, when I'm not standing in front of people, I told her like, "Oh, I'm proud of y'all," and whatever. I definitely would not have done well trying to like explain my emotions when I have a couple hundred people staring at me. It was a pretty big wedding.
Was it? Okay.
That happened. My boyfriend's moved in. He's currently playing Dragon Age in the other room because he's a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
That's really all I got going on. What about you, Daniel?
Yeah. I don't really have much going on. Um, right now, I'm sort of what's it called? Like going through the motions.
Coasting.
Yeah, coasting.
That's a good word for it.
I'll be helping Owen move in a few months, so we're just kind of
Nice.
counting down until that happens. It's a bit of a cross-country situation, but
Whole big dealio.
yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, helping, thankfully, like the whole process of getting Reese moved in has been, relatively painless because we've been like slowly doing it over a while. So, not, instead of one big day where it's just like awful. It's just like, oh, we just put some stuff in every time he came to visit and now he's fully here.
You gotta.
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah, well, whatever. It's fine. Well, I mean, in any case, we're actually thinking about moving from here because the frickin' rent is too high here. Cause I'm close to the ballpark, so like the price is kind of high because it's like, oh, you're paying to be close to the Braves games. It's like, well, that would be cool if I went to Braves games.
You didn't go to like one.
I'm gonna go to one at some point. I need to do that.
This stadium has like a bunch of stuff outside the stadium too. So like if you just wanted to go to dinner or something, you could go.
Oh yeah,
to, like,
the Battery's cool. I've been in around there a little bit. There's a bunch of cool stuff around here. Also, Smyrna is like a nice little town. So I like this area, but I would rather pay less money than just be in a nice area. Especially since my student loans start up in what is that, September?
You're bringing that back?
They're not, basically nothing has happened. They're just starting that back up soon.
They're just fighting to fight.
Say that one more time?
Oh, no. Well, I'm sure you'll be fine. Where are you trying to move? Like, closer to the city, or?
Actually, there's a couple different options we've been looking at. We could move into this city, but that probably would end up being more expensive. So, like, a little bit further out, because my job is like basically where I am now, so I can move up to, I don't know, I'm willing to move up to like 20, 30 minutes away because I only go into the office twice a week.
And your boyfriend doesn't work because he's lazy, right? So.
No, he works also close to here, and he's fine with a good view. He's, I don't know if I've explained this, but like there's actually kind of a cool thing he's doing.
Is this legal? Are you allowed to?
Is this what?
Is this legal? Can you disclose this?
He's not dealing drugs. He, so he works at Starbucks right now. And, because, yeah, if you work like a certain amount of hours, you essentially, as long as he keeps working there, they will pay for him to go to, like an online college program through ASU. So he can like get his degree, because he was going for a degree before, but circumstances happened. Just imagine like that gif of SpongeBob with like rainbow letters, just circumstances. So he's going for his comp sci degree, and it will be paid for if he continues working for Starbucks, which is really sick.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
To do that, I didn't know that they did that.
I didn't. I mean, he didn't know either. Like he just got lucky because a friend of his was looking at stuff, like going through like benefits, looking for something specific. He was like, "Oh, you can do this." I think the reason is they don't like advertise it so much is because if they had to pay for everyone going to school, then I think that wouldn't be as profitable.
They're trying to walk a fine line of like offering benefits that seem good, but not offering to too many people where it would cost them.
Exactly. But they have the benefit, so he's gonna take advantage of it for sure. And then from there, if he gets a comp sci degree, then we're doing pretty good. Double income, no kids, comp sci and engineering. Let's go.
Oh, I heard you were pregnant. So
Yeah. I am. It's going good. So like, I remember we talked about this before, but you have like some sort of rotating schedule with your work, right?
Yeah, I work a day-night shift. Deal.
Yeah, we went into like in depth on it. I don't remember what brought it up, but I was talking about it with Reese earlier. I was like, I don't remember what it is, but there's some sort of like cycling schedule.
I think you were on the episode where, yes, I brought it on screen and I had to explain it. It was probably like Ariana or something, right? That sounds familiar.
I think that was with Ariana, maybe.
I brought it on screen and it was still too confusing for her. But
it is slightly confusing. I was just bringing it up because like we were. So I guess my question to you is like because you just like get the schedule that comes in and you just have to like roll with it, right?
Well, that's the thing. It's a 5-week rotation, and it resets indefinitely, right? So it just keeps going every 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just have to deal with that, I guess, is what you were asking.
But it's like offset from like a normal month, so it's like, I don't know, I guess, and yeah, my point is, I don't know, it's rough to get into a rhythm, I guess. Or not hard to get into a rhythm with that. I was just talking about like, Reese also has to deal with that, sometimes with like, cause his boss was like, oh, I'm going to give you a consistent schedule. And it seems like that just like hasn't happened yet. So.
Yeah, scheduling is weird. I'm surprised maybe just cause he's newer then, I guess, is why he's.
Yeah, cause he worked at Starbucks back in Montevallo, but basically you can just transfer stores really easily. And so he is obviously like experienced and they're like, okay, good. We got someone who actually knows what they're doing. But still kind of the new guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's probably different at every, franchise, I guess, right? Their franchise. No. Okay.
Yeah, cause it apparently depends very much on the manager because the manager at his old place was like terrible. And like they have like a group chat for his old store and he talks all the time about like, I'm still in it and people are like still talking shit about the managers there.
Yeah, that sounds good. It'll probably take him a few years, right, to work on the degree because he'll have to do it while working, I assume.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't really matter how long it takes him because, like, if they're paying for it, right?
Yeah.
So he can take his time if he needs to.
It's all online, so it's easier.
But also, like, I don't know. I at the same time, I have no doubts that he is going to go for it and try to get it done as fast as he can because he very much would like to do something other than work at Starbucks.
Starbucks, does he get perks? Does he get free coffee? What does he get? What can he get?
I mean, it's not like there aren't perks. It's more just like, I don't know. He's been working that job for a while and he's like doing something where I don't have to like stand up on my feet all day and also deal with customers that are bad.
Customers that are bad. Should they write their name wrong? Is he one of those people?
Well, you do know it's legally required that if a Starbucks employee ever does write your name correctly, they are immediately terminated.
If the name's Sam and they put like 3 S's in there. Silent N at the end.
Exactly. You know what? I'll just ask him right now. Do y'all still write names on the cups? Where did you go? I don't know where he went. Maybe he went to go get food. He's gone.
He's left you.
Oh wait, no, he's on the balcony. All right, I can bother him. Babe, do y'all still write names on the Starbucks cups?
No, we take names on the stickers.
Oh, okay. They're on stickers now.
They're on stickers. What does that mean? So, like, the number, the order number? I have an order from Starbucks.
It's like a little sticker. It's like a little sticker they put on,
My face?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring him on one episode one day, and he can explain the Starbucks sticker process.
We're gonna need a whole episode on this, I think.
Right now, he is sitting on the balcony because he's raining, and he likes to sit on the balcony when it rains.
Kind of like a dog.
Yeah, I hate it when it rains. I get headaches, but he loves it, so he's chilling out there, and after this, I'm probably gonna get a migraine because the pressure difference, but that's fine.
I was gonna say weather-related migraines. Interesting.
I don't know if it's exactly a migraine. I just know that whenever any kind of big storm, something comes through, I get a headache. It's pretty consistent. I think there's probably some exact term for it, but whatever.
What else you got going on? You said you had one. I forget what you originally said. We covered the wedding. We covered the
wedding. Covered moving in. Covered the Europe trip. What else has been happening?
So at least on surface level, we can't get more deep into it as we discussed. So.
I went and saw the new Spider-Man movie yesterday. It's very good.
Spider-Man still in the Spider-Verse? That's gotta be.
Yes, it was into the Spider-Verse. Now it's across the Spider-Verse. And then the next one apparently is going to be beyond the Spider-Verse.
And then it's into the Spider-Verse. It's gotta be the next one, right?
Yeah. It just keeps looping.
Never go back. Go ahead. Review. New segment. We're doing.
So movie was, I'll try to say this with as few spoilers as possible. The movie was great. Josh was very excited because apparently there's some like obscure characters that they really did justice. He's super into like the comics and stuff. I'm not. I just saw the first one and I thought it was cool.
I forgot. That makes sense now because I've seen this one. So, but like there is a ton of random stuff there that I'm sure Josh would be like right up Josh's alley.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Josh was sitting next to me the whole time. He was just like, "Oh, holy shit, let's go!" And I was like,
"Yeah." The shots. There's a bunch of extra little things in there that they throw in. So. Oh
yeah, for sure. My only complaint is that, like, it's not even a complaint. It's more of just I'm sad about it. Is like the whole thing really kind of feels like a setup to the next movie, which is fine, and like I don't know how else they would have done it, but it does suck that I just have to sit here for another 5 years until the next one comes out.
Chandler, it's gonna come out next summer. Did you?
Is it actually?
Yep, it should be out next year. Now things can get pushed back, but it's supposed to be coming out next year, like about a year from now. Actually, I can give you the exact date. Hold on. Can you stall for like 10 seconds?
Sure. But yeah, other than that, great movie. I don't really know what else. It's very pretty. If you liked the first one, you'll also really like this one. I don't know anything about how animation works, but I know that it looks really good. So, great on them.
The next movie comes out at the end of March next year.
I would be very surprised if they hit that deadline, but
Well, they
if
basically
they do, then that's sick.
same time. Yeah, they kind of bundle them, so they like the writing is probably all done. They're probably just working on the animation now at this point.
Fair enough. Well, then that's sick. Let's go. I'm very excited to see the next one whenever it does come out. I don't know what they're gonna do with it past this point. Like
they're
on
probably
one
going to go
hand,
beyond this, if I had to guess.
yeah, like I would be interested in seeing whatever the artists or whatever the style, I don't know how I hope that more stuff looks like this. You know what I mean?
Like this animation style.
Not even necessarily the style. It's just like it feels like so much more like, I don't know, love and care is put into it than something like, I don't know, isn't there like a third Trolls movie coming out? Something like that.
Oh, Trolls, still Trolls? I don't remember. Yeah, probably.
They're still I got a preview for it before we saw the Spider-Man movie. There is going to be another Trolls movie. I don't know how many there have been at this point. I think 2.
Third one. This is the third one, and you're talking about Trolls Band Together, which comes out in November.
Trolls band together. Very cool. I don't know anything about Trolls, but I don't know. Hopefully my point stands when I say I think that the animators care a lot more about the Spider-Man movies than that one. I don't know. Or I don't know. Maybe there's like some hardcore Trolls fans out there. I don't mean to insult you.
Oh, yeah. You're insulting the Trolls fans.
Of which there are 3.
It sounds like there will be a Spider-Woman movie coming out soon.
I believe it.
Or rather, they're working on writing it, maybe. Maybe not soon. So within the next few years.
Sure.
And that's all I got for that universe, though.
That's like, I am so uninvested in everything else. Like all other kind of superhero movies, I am really like, I'm just not there anymore. I saw all the Marvel movies up to Endgame, and then I think I saw like one other thing, and then I was like, I'm kind of done here. I saw Loki, and I saw WandaVision. They were both pretty good, and then that was like, done from that point. There's just too much lore at this point.
There's a lot, and if you miss something, you're kind of screwed. It's like having to go back and watch the previous 10 TV shows and 10 movies.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you fall off the boat, you, I accidentally locked Reese on the balcony. Hold on. Sorry. That's my bad. You good?
Do you perform CPR, Chandler? Do it.
Yeah, he's actually dead. He has deceased. No, he's, anyway, but yeah, it's like, I don't know, you ever like started playing Animal Crossing, and then you like play Animal Crossing like every day for like however long, and then you miss one day, and then it's like, well, never doing that again.
Yeah. Are you addicted, Chandler? What are you saying?
I'm saying like when Animal Crossing like first came out, and I played it for like maybe 3 weeks, and I played it like once a day, because that's the whole thing with Animal Crossing, right? You don't like sit there instead of like something like, I don't know, like I play Tears of the Kingdom. You play it for like, you know, a few hours at a time, like, but not necessarily every single day. With Animal Crossing, it's like, oh, you like check on it like pretty frequently. But for me, I would check on it pretty frequently, and then I'd missed a day, and then I just like completely forgot about it and never touched it again.
Okay, so you get off things pretty easily. If you don't talk to someone for a day, I think they're out of your life.
But I mean, see, now you're getting me like existential fears. Now I'm like, no, maybe I should call some friends I haven't talked to in a
I'm trying to figure
while.
out what this really means.
I don't know. I saw Josh for the first time in a while when we went to go see the fucking Spider-Man movie. Dan's in Dallas now. He's just gone.
Yeah. Well, he refuses to talk to me, so.
I don't think if you like called him up and it's like, I'm not going to record this and put this on the internet, he would certainly talk to you. I think he just doesn't want to be on a podcast anymore.
Probably just not answer. He's got his own thing going on, you know.
I mean, moving to Dallas, which is, I don't know how many miles away Dallas is a big deal for sure. Yeah. Like I cannot imagine, like, it was rough enough for me to move 2 hours away from where my parents lived. Now I cannot imagine trying to move, like, so insanely far away without, like, any family or anything. But I don't know, maybe I'll have to end up doing that one day if I don't know, if I go take a SpaceX job somewhere else, or if I move to Colorado or something.
Colorado, is that the plan?
Well, I don't know. You can do aerospace stuff in a lot of places. I mean, I could end up moving to California if I was insane. Not actually. I'm sure California's nice, but it's very far away and just completely different from here. I don't know. Not in a bad way. It's just like, I don't know how I would handle just being, like, you know, thousands of miles away from literally anyone I know. So I like it here. I like it in Atlanta because there are at least some people that haven't been lost to the winds.
Abandoned you.
Exactly. They have all abandoned me, and I will curse their name forever.
Oh. We can end it there. I think we've covered your life.
All right. Yeah. To anyone who listens to this, I'm glad you care about my life, I guess. Or maybe they don't care about my life. Maybe they just want audio to fall asleep to.
Yeah, that's usually what it is. All right.
Sure.